Hi, everyone. Hello. And welcome. So happy to see this crowd. Strong. No fear. No fear. And thank you so much, Mr. Christensen. Thank you for being here. They said you have to cancel. I said, see with the boss. If he says cancel, we will cancel. He says no, then no. So thank you so much and welcome again for our 8th annual International Women's Day celebration. This year, we are joined by the Chinese Cultural Connection, North Shore Hispanic Association, the Haitian Community, Namaste Malden, the Malden Creates, Stephen Louis Poster's exhibition to celebrate the wonderful art made by women in our community. What is art? And why is it so important? For us, it's a way to communicate. Before we had the internet, we relied on TV for our news and information. Before that, we relied on books and newspapers. The invention of printing press made written language available to the masses. So everyone could buy their own copy of their holy book or newspaper. Before that, there were letters and handwritten manuscripts passed from person to person and family to family. Before that, before the internet and the printing press and the written language, we communicated exclusively through art. What is art? Art is a color and a movement and a language. And we use color and movement and the language to say something important or to evoke an emotion or simply to be beautiful. But in many of our cultures, women spent a good part of history being excluded from that art. In a room of one's own, Virginia Woolf speculates about the type of poet Shakespeare's sister might have been. If she hadn't been forgotten by history and ignored by her time, Woolf says that with courage and freedom, maybe we can bring Shakespeare's sister poetry to life. She says that Shakespeare's sister would come if we worked for her. And so to work hard for her even in poetry, and obscurity is worthwhile. And we, as women, have worked not just in the traditional ways, in offices and hospitals for our families and their families, but we have also worked the way Virginia Woolf wanted us to work. We have forced our way into art worlds that excluded us. The mainstream Chinese art world, famously full of high rulers, ignored women until Lin Tiamiao got too famous that she couldn't be ignored anymore. Anushka Shankar and Nora Jones, following their father's Ravi's footsteps in the music, Naomi Shihab Nay and Ahlam Mustaghanmi are thriving new entrants into the Arab literary tradition. The theme of International Women's Day this year is generation equality. Let's make that happen. Let's make sure this generation of women is the first to be able to experience art and make art the way men have always been able to experience art and make art. Let's keep doing the work. Let's bring Shakespeare's sister back to life, but also Rumi's sister and Diego Rivera's mother. Let's bring back Hokusai's aunt and Robert Saint-Brest's daughter. And let's do so of this work today as we sit back and enjoy this presentation by some of our favorite local artists. Thank you.
Hello.
Can I say something?
Oh, yeah, of course.
And I just want to say something about these beautiful girls from the YWCA. They are going to be running the rest of the show. Thank you so much.
Of course. Hello, my name is Sabrina Montero from the YWCA of Malden. We are pleased to welcome the Namaste Malden to our celebration today. Namaste Malden is an emerging Indian community that provides the opportunity for artists, musicians, and performers to share Indian cultural heritage with other communities and to inspire other communities to come closer and share feelings of humanity as well as unity in diversity. In 2018, Ani Vyas, Shika Vyas, and Vivek Sonar founded this group and hosted a very successful second annual Diwali Festival in 2019. Namaste Malden follows a motto to bring different communities closer and celebrate culture together. It doesn't necessarily matter what language we speak. We all can feel the expressions through dance, music, and all the arts. Namaste Malden welcomes professionals as well as amateurs to present performances from their roots. Many of its members are not born here. Performing and expressing their culture in these exchanges helps them all feel a part of the broader community. It helps to build connections between diverse community in Malden and surrounding cities. The Namaste Malden Troupe is a group of dancers, actors, musicians, and other entertainers who tour and entertain different and other communities through memorable performances. Today, Shika Vyas will perform a solo Bollywood dance to the dance Pichant's song. As one of the founders of Namaste Malden, Shika Vyas helped organize Diwali festivals in 2018 and 2019 with great success. In 2019, over 120 entities filled the senior center to attend the celebration. For this occasion, among other things, she rallied a group of young dancers from Malden Public Schools to perform. Some of these dancers are of Indian origin. Others were born in Morocco and Saudi Arabia. This dance group, who has since performed at the Mayor's State of the Union and several other occasions, most certainly represents the ideal of Namaste Malden to bring us together through culture. Shika has a computer science background and was a lecturer in a university before she came to the U.S. She also ran a chain of preschools with her husband, Ani. In the U.S., she pursues technical coursework in networking and other certifications. She volunteers here extensively and can be seen at the Immigrant Learning Center, My Little Best Friends, and as of this year on the board of MATV, Malden's Media Center. Shika is also an artist and, as you will see in a few minutes, a performer. Before she performs, Shika will share a few thoughts about International Women's Day, so please welcome her.
I'm honored. Thank you so much for a long, long list of my work and everything. I really forgot what I have achieved so far, but it's all about it's because of my friends and all support. What I have done. Thank you so much for well said about me. This is my gesture. This namaste. And good afternoon, friends. Today we are celebrating International Women's Day. I'm extremely glad to be given an opportunity to say a few words on this occasion. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to Swad and her entire team to celebrate our differences as one community. It is an inspirational way to celebrate womanhood. It is my honor to recall and admire the achievements of women in various fields. It is a woman who brings life. Every woman is special, no matter where she works, at home or in office. She is making a difference in the world and around the people around her. It's our responsibility to appreciate and honor women who are making success in their life and bringing success in the life of other women and those around her. Therefore, this celebration gives recognition to those women personalities who have excelled in their own field. Also, women have contributed greatly to the welfare, to the society, and to the country. So, on this International Women's Day, let's recognize the importance of women in our life and to the society and motivate them for greater future achievements. Also, I'm excited to tell you that tomorrow is our Indian Festival of Colors, Festival of Love, that is Holi. You might have heard about this name. The festival signifies the arrival of spring and the end of winter, blossoming of love, and for many, festive day is to meet others, play and laugh, forget and forgive, and repair broken relationships. It's interesting. I'm lucky to celebrate this festival here with you all, different colors of diversity under one roof. Thank you. Wishing you all happy Holi and happy Women's Day. Now please enjoy all together my Bollywood performance. hope you enjoy. This is a Punjabi and mixed version of song. So there are many friends from India who are from Punjab and hope they enjoy the song. Thank you.
Hi, my name is P. Lam, and I'm also from the YWCA in Malden. The Chinese Culture Connection is a nonprofit organization that was founded in Reading in 1985 and relocated to Malden in 1999 to support the growing Asian immigrant population. The Chinese Culture Connection shares arts and culture and celebrates diversity throughout the greater Boston area. The Chinese Culture Connection's mission is to promote intercultural harmony, strengthen diverse communities, and build bridges between American and Chinese people through interactive educational programs and arts in schools, libraries, museums, and community centers throughout New England. Please welcome now to the stage Mei Hung, Executive Director to the Chinese Culture Connection.
Thank you, everyone. Such an incredible time to celebrate International Women's Day. So today I'm going to introduce you a very unique instrument, which is very old. Actually, you probably invented more than 5,000 years ago. Although the last item that we could find was probably more than 2,000 years old. So this instrument requires lots of introduction, and actually in the past we have done an educational program to introduce this instrument. This instrument is now for public entertainment, and I guess you guys are in a better luck today. So, because this instrument is really considered a scholar's instrument for personal cultivation. The sound, the tone is very, very low, and we are going to put you to sleep. So I would recommend that you take it as like a meditation, and you close your eyes, let the music speak to you. So for the purpose of today's program, I particularly choose one particular song to share with you. It's very unique. So we're going to show you 3 songs, but one song is going to be about a very well-known Chinese poet, and he's also a scholar. He was invited to visit a general's house, and he fell in love with the general's daughter. So he wanted to express his love feelings for her. He wrote a poem, and he also played the instrument to seduce her. And the poem was so beautiful, the music was so touching. In fact, she ran away with him. And that was happened in more than 2,000 years ago. Can you imagine that women can be so passionate and run away with a man? It was unheard of, but she was only 17 years old, and she was actually a widow at that time. So, sad story, and yet it's beautiful. So this song is called, actually, before then, I should really introduce our performers. Sorry. All right, so our performer is called Hao Yichuan. She's a doctoral student at MIT, majoring in physics. And she's working on gravitational wave observation and quantum optics in the LIGO, I'm not sure what that is, LIGO group. Appreciating Chinese culture so much that she began to take Chinese instrument lesson in 2016 with the professor Shui Sanyu, a fourth generation of a Meian school of Qin player. She follows her passion by understanding the physics world, getting lost in Qin music, and promoting the Chinese culture everywhere she goes, with her favorite quote: to ordain conscience for heaven and earth, to secure life and fortune for the people, to continue the lost teaching of past sages, and establish peace for all future generations. So now I'm going to just read a tiny bit of this poem in a very small section of the poem to give you a little taste of what it is, because it's kind of difficult to translate. So there is a handsome, beautiful woman. I can't forget her after seeing her. If I don't see her for a day, I miss her like crazy. I feel like a phoenix flying up high in the sky, searching for my love all over the world. It's a pity that this beloved one doesn't live nearby. I express my profound love through the Qin music, which describe my deep, heartfelt affection. When will I be able to see you, to comfort my wandered soul? I hope my virtue can match with yours, so we could be together forever. The thoughts of losing you, I would perish from profound sadness. So the name of this, the title of this song is called Feng Qiu Huang. It's actually phoenix. A phoenix, phoenix is a bird. In Chinese, it's a mystical bird, a symbolic of eternal love. So let's enjoy the piece.
Have you fallen asleep yet? So she needs to obtain the scale. This is only five scales. It's very different from the regular piano or other regular instrument. So our next piece is called The Crazy Drunkard. This particular piece is actually describing what current situation is, not because of the virus, but it's because of the critical condition. So according to the legend, this song was created by a person who is actually working for the to give him much more room to express himself, and at the same time also avoid from being sent to jail. Because if you're a crazy drummer, you can escape from being imprisoned. So that is the song called Drunkard, Crazy Drunkard.
mark a little bit by this music because there is a piece that actually there are many animation. Like the very first is like the dance steps for the drunkard. Like actually it sounds very modern, like waltz, because it's da 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 three, and then at the very last it's like said the drunkard is drunk too much. That actually keep all bit like.
Very visual.
So this is a very famous poem, and also actually it's really true story out of this, and it's written also by the scholar who wrote this beautiful music to seduce a woman and run away from him. It's a true story by in Han Dynasty. So there was a friendship, a very childhood growing up as a young woman and was being picked to be the empress of the emperor in Han Dynasty. But after many years later, the relationship turned sour, so emperor can always say, tomorrow I find someone else. So she was kind of really falling out of favor, so she was being sent to far away another palace. So later on, of course, this woman became very, very sad and lonely and all that. So she know about this very famous writer and spent a lot of money to pay him to write a very touching letter to the emperor in hope to bring him back. So actually the emperor saw the letter and he actually came to visit her. So this is really, the song has 6 sections. You can really imagine about when the anticipation of the emperor is coming to visit her. So there's a lively feelings of something, and there is a slowly dialogue talking about our good old days and happy, and then gradually get into complaining about how sad I am and all that kind of thing. And then gradually get into the place where the low tone that the emperor was actually responded in a very perfunctory way, okay, I heard you and all that. And then gradually the people who came with him to say, hey, time's up, let's go, we need to get going. So there was a kind of uproar a little bit, and then gradually back to peace or emptiness. So this is the entire story that I hope you can really use your imagination, let this music speak to you, see how you can relate to that. Thank you.
There is also a little piece that animates the crying of the woman who was dropped by the April. That's yeah, like the high pitch here.
Next is the American Association for Arab Women, which is a nonprofit organization, 501, tax-deductible, dedicated to improve the lives of Arab women in the state of Massachusetts. The Arab women in the U.S. are often without strong network of extended family that is traditional in Arab culture, which can make dealing with the many cultural issues they face here very stressful. Many lack the language skills and education levels that can help find jobs, leading to financial strain. For women, the issues that arise with raising children here can be very stressful. And as children start to get Americanized to fit in with their peers at school, tension rises. The AAAW's committee brings together these women who recently have come to the U.S. with more established immigrants to discuss problems and find better ways of coping with social challenges. As a result, many Arab women in some cases may suffer from depression and regression. AAAW services include providing Arab women with the following services: classes in English as a second language, mentoring them in the proper tools and social skills, which means balance checks, budgeting, interaction with other cultures, and how to obtain services for children, among others, and counseling, along with translation services. AAAW empowers guiding and directing to support women bridge cultural gaps while helping them become community leaders. It is our goal to assist Arab women to adjust to life in America. The mission of the AAW is empowering Arab women to be leaders in their families and communities in the American society through becoming knowledgeable on their rights, making informed decisions on issues, fostering networks and opportunities, sustaining an organized community, learning the necessary communication skills, and overcoming cultural and language barriers. Arab women at the core families strengthen our community. Now for our performers, the American Association for Arab Women is pleased to present 3 performers. Mariam Dabi, who will perform original songs, Salwa Gaddaf, who will perform and offer us poetry, and Mal Barsamian, who will delight us with the ode. First, Mariam Dabi is a 4th-year PhD candidate at Harvard University, studying various elements of education and child development from literacy to music. Mariam is a singer and songwriter and member of the music band Cordelia. She was born and raised in Rabat, Morocco. So please help me in welcoming Mariam Dabi.
While she is coming up to the stage, I would like to make a warm welcome to State Representatives Steve Oltrino and Paul Donato. Please, thank you for coming.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me? Yeah, great. I want to thank Suad for inviting me from AAAW. It's always a pleasure to be part of these events. My name is Miriam. I have been writing songs for probably about 5 years now, and I wanted to share with you 2 songs that are going to be part of my upcoming album that I'm going to be recording next week. And these 2 songs that I chose are about 2 women. One is about my aunt, my late aunt, Fatna, Khalti Fatna, who passed away a few years back. And the second song is dedicated to my mother. Neither my aunt nor my mother would have expected that I would be on stage singing in public in the United States. And so I want to dedicate this performance to both of them, here and in the afterlife. And I just want to say, for any young woman out there who's looking to try something new, they say that happiness is on the other side of fear, so I think it's definitely worth it. All right. This is In Memoriam, and this is a song for my aunt. I also sing this song in English and then in Moroccan Arabic as well. The way she smiled, I would die 1,000 times to see her face again. The way she laughed, if only I could sing these words to her, but I can't worry. I know that she is in the best hands of all. Yeah, I know she is in your hands, my Lord, and that is my only comfort. شحال كانت تضحك، تمني تغير نعود نسمع صوتها. شحال من حكاية كانت تعاود باش ما يكون غير خاطرنا، ولاني ما نخافش عرفتها عندك يا مولانا، وبغيتها غير تكون مرتاحة. إيماني غياب حزاني. No, I can't worry. I know that she is in the best hands of all. Yeah, I know she is in your hands, my Lord. إيماني غياب Thank you. Live at Quick. Thank you so much. Next song is called Peace. It's a song that I dedicate to my mom today. It's a song that you can think about any person that gives you peace as you listen to it. And it's in English. Yeah. I will add, well, I can add that later. When you look at me, I see peace. When you smile with me, I feel relief. When we share a laugh, I want it to last. I want it to last. We are worlds apart, but so meant to hold each other's hands. When we share a laugh, I want it to last. I want it to last. We're worlds apart, but so meant to hold each other's hand. When you look at me, I see peace. So I was saying that I'm dedicating this song to my mom. And as part of the theme of this event, we're talking about intergenerational bonds. And my mom and I were always super, super close, kind of like best friends. And as I grew older, as I came here to the United States and discovered my love for music, we started having some kind of fallout, maybe. And it's been really interesting because when it's somebody that you love so much, and it's something that you love so much too, like for me, making music is something that I love so, so much. But it's something that means that I would probably not spend as much time with my mom as I normally do. Or maybe that means that she's gonna worry if I'm doing well or not. She's not gonna be as safe as I feel. And so I think that this is such a great opportunity to think about intergenerational trauma, intergenerational fears, intergenerational love. And so I hope that one day Mom and I can come back to where we were. And maybe that'll be through this music. Who knows? When we share a laugh, I want it to last. I want it to last. We are worlds apart, so meant to hold each other's hand. When we share a laugh, I want it to last. I want it to last. We're worlds apart, but so meant to hold each other's hand. When you look at me, I see peace. When you look at me, I see peace.
The next performer, Salwa Gardaf, is a fashion designer from Sar El Kabir. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Morocco, specializing in women modern and traditional outfits. She also dresses up dolls with traditional clothes from different Moroccan regions and other countries. These dolls could be gifted, used as home decor, or whatever else you make out of them. Salou is also a poet. Her first book, Does Homeland Have a Price?, was recently published. As a cultural advisor, she volunteers teaching Arabic and Moroccan culture at Moroccan American Connections in Revere Arabic Academy, MA, Moroccan American Connections in Revere. Salwa is working as the cultural advisor for Guardian Adventures, an American educational camp. Her duty is to illustrate and act out Moroccan mythological figures. She's also the director of the 4th Annual Moroccan Cultural Day to be held on Saturday, June 20th of 2020. There will be people passing out poems over their names, so please, while we do that, let's welcome her. Yeah, thank you.
لن أعتذر عن ضباب الغياب ولا عن الرياح التي اقتلعت الخيام. لن أعتذر عن سوء ظنك لتجعلني الملام. لن أتكلم لأن الصمت أقوى من الكلام. ليس هزيمة هو دوما أرقى على مر الأعوام. أنت من تكذب دوما كلماتي والحقيقة أمامك في أفعالي وحركاتي. أنت من يسيء الظن بضحكاتي. تخنق بداخلي كل أصواتي. تتهم صمتي بداية لاعترافاتي. أنت من يخنقني بالسؤال. أنت من أشبعني حبا ضاق منه الفؤاد. أنت من سقاني أكثر مما أحتاج. ونسيت أن الورد يموت اختناقا من كثرة الماء. وعطاؤك الزائد ولد حبا به داء. عجز عن الاستمرار وعجز عن البقاء. لما استبدلتني؟ جلست وحيدة أعاني حسرة. أشكو حبيبا فارقني خلسة. يظل قريبا ولا يضمني. هو أمامي ولا يكلمني. يراني وأراه لكنه لم يعد معي. يده تمسك بيد غير يدي. وضحكته ترن في مسمعي. همسه الآن ليس في أذني. ما الذي لديها لتهجرني؟ انظر إلي مليا وأصدقني. لما يا ترى بها استبدلتني؟ ألا ترى أنا الأجمل؟ أرحني. أستحلفك بالله أخبرني بما يحب اعترف لي واثقا. لم أكن لجمالك يوما عاشقا. أضأت الشموع وانطفأت لاحقا. غرورك كان لها دوما خانقا. جمال الروح هو ما أهوى صادقا. جمال الروح هو ما أهوى صادقا. وداع. ظل طيفك يلاحقني. ظل طيفك يلاحقني. أينما ذهبت يرافقني. حتى في جوف الليل العميق حين لا أراني من ظلمة الغسق. أراك أنت معي دون الخلق. يا حبيبتي البرد قارس في ليلتي. وبدونك صرت أخشى وحدتي. وكم حديثك عذب وخد على وسادتي. وصمت الليل جعل منك نجمتي. بادلتك حبا وغراما فطال حديثي. وضعت قبلة على شفتي وقلت أنت حبيبي في حياتي ومماتي. أنت حبيبي في حياتي ومماتي. فخلدت إلى نومي بعدما صمت. وحلمت بك حزينة تودعينني وتقولين لا تبكي أنت ودي وعيني. قلت إلى أين أنت ذاهبة لا تتركيني. استيقظت مفزوعا. لكنك لم تستيقظي. أحبي شكلك كما هو. أبيض أسمر أسود لونك لا يهم. ما يهم جمال أخلاقك. رطب كالحرير أم مجعد شعرك لا يهم. ما يهم عطاؤك جمال إبداعك. كم هي جميلة شفاهك لا يهم. ما يهم حلاوة لسانك صدق كلامك. ثمين أنيق فستانك لا يهم. ما يهم فيه حياؤك. حتى شكل صدرك لا يهم. ما يهم حنانك حين تضمين إليه أحباءك. أحبي شكلك كما هو. زرقاء سوداء لون عيونك لا يهم. ما يهم الحب والجمال في نظراتك. أحبي نفسك كما أنت. لا يهم كلام الناس عنك. أحبي جمال خلق الله فيك. أحبي نفسك كيفما كنت. في كل الألوان أرى جمالك. جميلة بروحك نعم أنت. جميلة بروحك نعم أنت. Thank you so much.
Malabar Simian's musical career. When he began, he was 4 years old playing the dumbag, a hand drum, with his father. Leo Barsamian at an Armenian picnic. Mal comes from a family of oud players, starting with his grandfather, great uncle, his uncle, and of course, his father. He has gone on to become a sought-after oud player and clarinetist, as well as performing on other instruments such as dumbek, guitar, bouzouki, and saxophone in Armenian, Greek, and Middle Eastern communities throughout the country for the past 4 years. He performed with the late Esper Korporku, an important figure in Boston's Middle Eastern music community, and has also appeared with Mehmet Sanlikol's Dunya organization. Mal is a specialist in music written by Armenian composers active in Istanbul during the last years of the Ottoman Empire. Also trained as a classical guitarist, he obtained his bachelor's and master's degree in classical guitar performance, studying with Robert Paul Sullivan from the New England Conservatory of Music. Mal is also on the applied faculty staff at Tufts University's World Music Department, teaching oud, saxophone, clarinet, and percussion. He is also an applied faculty member at Boston College and leads the Middle Eastern Ensemble at New England Conservatory of Music. And he performed here in this hall with the Muscari Band fall of last year. So please welcome him back to Malden, Mal Barsamian.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here for the International Women's Day, Independence Day, and I'm going to be performing music by Arab, Armenian, Turkish composers, some during the Ottoman Empire. And the Ottoman Empire was a big empire that actually lasted about 500 years, but in the early 20th century, there was a big conglomerate of different ethnicities in Istanbul. And you have not just Turks, but you had Armenians, Greeks, Assyrians, Arabs who wrote music during that time, during the Ottoman Empire in Istanbul. And I'm going to play just a few pieces and hope you enjoy it. Thank you. I'm going to do one last piece called Picture. It was written by an Armenian who has a group called the Secret Trio, and also is well-known internationally, especially throughout Europe. It's a piece written by him called Picture. Oh, his name is Arad Dinkshah, by the way.
the talented artists that were here, present at this event, to perform their talent. Right now, I'm gonna introduce you to North Shore Hispanic Association by Gladys Rivera Rogers, President. The North Shore Hispanic Association is a nonprofit organization with a mission to strengthen a thriving Hispanic community in the North Shore area through cultural awareness, educational activities, and community involvement. The goal is to enhance and uplift the entire North Shore community by identifying what makes us the same, while simultaneously celebrating the contributions that Hispanic and other cultures each contribute to the whole community. The North Shore Hispanic Association, like AAAW and the other groups presented here, believes that local, national, and global events require greater understanding and acceptance of cultures and ideas different from our own, that it is those characteristics that make up the uniqueness of America and are the source of its strength and endurance. Performing next, we're delighted to welcome Gladys Rivera Rogers.
Thank you y bienvenidos. Ahora tenemos unos niños que van a performar hoy un baile de Perú. Yo tengo una niña aquí que va a decir los nombres de todo el mundo y qué clase de baile van a hacer. I'd like to introduce to you right now, I'm just stating that we have here that will be performing and they'll be doing a Peruvian dance. And I have a young lady that belongs to the group that will be introducing their names. These youths come from state universities. They're Mystic Valley Regional Child School student, Malden High School student, and Eastie Boston, I think I heard in the midst, okay? So young lady to introduce them all.
Mi nombre es Cristina y yo soy parte del grupo de Pumaguaritusui. Este grupo es un grupo cultural peruano y hoy vamos a presentar el baile Balicha, que es del Cusco. Good afternoon, everyone. We are from Pumaguaritusui and we are going to perform a dance from Peru, from Cusco. Hope you all like it. Thank you.
introducing the next group, we welcome Stephen Winslow, Counselor at Large. Okay. As many of you know, Malden is blessed with a large number of Haitian nationals and descendants of Haitian immigrants. According to some demographic statistics, 6.7% of our population report Haitian ancestry, and 6% report speaking French Creole. Some of you know that there are a number of restaurants and markets reflecting this significant part of our community. Within the Haitian community, we have one very active member of the broader community who has helped arrange for our next set of performers. She is Marie Coulange, who many of you know and love her. If you ask Marie about Haitians, she will say, and I quote, "Haitian people are very strong, resilient, and courageous, regardless of all the problems they are facing." And I guess we can all, of course, agree with Marie. Please join us in welcoming our next performers. First, the Philly Praise Team Dance Group. Then we will hear from Naomi St. Louis, a spoken word artist.
Hello, everybody. So the Philly Haitian Dance Group is not here, but I could do a little something, but it'll be me. I'm a spoken word artist. If you guys know what spoken word is poetry that is meant to be spoken. Basically, that's what it is. And words from Marie, she wanted to make sure that I said this again. Haitian women are personified. We are strong, we are powerful, we are unshakable, regardless of what we go through. We push forward with God's grace. We really have a strong faith, and I'm telling you, it's the truth. Just as much as my mom made me go to school, she made me go to church too. All right. So I have two pieces for you guys. The first piece is in honor of my mother. I'm Haitian American. My mother was born in Haiti. My father was born in Haiti and raised there, but I was born here and raised here. But I have a lot of my roots with me, right? And this piece is in honor of my mother. It starts off with what I would imagine my grandfather would have said to her before she left to come to America. And then it continues. I can still hear my father's last words of advice. Kembe fosu petit moi. Pas oublier amour premier, Haiti. Hold your strength, my daughter. Do not forget your first love, Haiti. Haiti, where the moon lights up the countryside, where the children find joy in mere ball play, where hustling is not a game. We are hardworking, with people that rise before sunrise dawn. Our sweat at times entangles itself with our tears, but we will work hard, no matter the blood that drips from our pricked fingers as we pick meals in our 90-degree gardens for our families to eat. Plant, reap, sow, plant, reap, sow, nurturing, and teaching discipline to our kin to reap what they sow. Our age is in how we think and in what we know. We walk with unity and embrace our flag as a reminder of our liberty. We are a powerful people that raise our families with prayer and all that we see, passing down ancestral roots in the different ways that the slaves fought and survived. The slaves fought and survived. The slaves survived. I can still hear their battle cries. They fought with sticks and stones and many broken bones, but their souls carry strength that their future generations hold. I am never alone. Haiti, you will always be with me. As I stand here reminiscing on the days I dressed in my mother's muumuu, I was wearing the color of her skin, the curl in her kink, the sense of her strength, the power in her walk. I was a source of her love. My peace was within her. I wanted to honor her with my life. I wanted to show her that her daughter was listening and watching her moves and was learning. that her voice was beautiful, and her broken English and heavy accent did not represent miseducation, but rather higher form of knowledge, that she was my greatest guide and taught me never to hide from who I am, that her prayers were the very reason I found purpose, the reason why I never took off my crown, the reason why I love my sound. It's funny. As I grow older, I begin to see the lines that you painted in my DNA, my laugh, the way I worry, and face obstacles and win. I am proud to be your daughter. Mommy, you are the wind beneath my wings. I remember days when I would feel frustrated because you wouldn't let me settle for anything less than a man that respected me. No matter the times I slammed my door, yelled in anger because I thought his love was all I needed at that moment, so I kept pushing you away. Nevertheless, you resisted. You stood firm. You wouldn't allow your daughter to accept any man less than she deserved. At that time, I couldn't say thank you. My soul was screaming from the pain, and you saw I needed medicine. So you prayed for me until I released him. While growing up, I never understood how powerful a woman you are. All the trauma you endured, but still you rise and pave ways for your kids. You believe in your kid, training up your children to know that Jesus is the King. With all that said and done, I just want to say thank you, Mommy, for being the pillar of hope for all your children, for being the pillar of hope for a woman like me. So this piece is dedicated to women in general, and I think it's a powerful piece. And it started off because even as a woman, sometimes we question our women. Sometimes we put them on a level and forgetting that they are human. And I had to talk to myself. So this is a piece directed to myself, and I hope that it's my testimony, and I hope that it does something for you as well. And it's just called Woman. Woman. Why do we doubt our woman? Woman. Why are we so hard on our woman as if you haven't experienced the fight in a world where women are not enough? We need each other to survive. Why do we hate against our women? Sending shade of pain against our women, using our words to slander our woman, creating thoughts of depression, self-hate, and suicide in the mind of a woman that already feels insecure. You see, the world already tells her that she would never amount to anything of worth, anything of value, unless social media places her above the pedestal woman. If only you understood the importance of planting seeds and reaping the harvest. Only then you will place a strain over your mouth, especially if you're trying to avoid heading south. Woman, why is it easier to judge than to show love? Why is it easier to annihilate instead of appreciate? Why is it easier to bring a woman down than to lift them up? And then we scream out that we want equality, we want respect, when finding love in you is like finding a needle in a haystack. Woman, what is it about us that puts us in a competition against ourselves when we are meant to be unified? Why do you think evil forces attempt to divide? Power resides in our together strides. Women, do you not know we are in a battle with our minds? Do you not know that we are in a battle for our lives? We need each other to survive. Our hearts are woven together with the most delicate silk. Be tender to our hearts. Guard your heart. When God created you, he took the most time stitching together your veins that flow from your heart so that you know the difference between love and pain, all in the effort of trying to remain sane. Know your worth. Woman, no matter what the stormy winds may bring, it's only the weather. In due time, it will pass. Feelings don't last. Healing has a good way of coming fast when you keep your eyes on the horizon, look up, and you will find God smiling. Woman, I declare and I decree that we are powerful. We are beautiful, we are intelligent, we are resilient, we are creators, innovators, and we stand firm against the norm, and we are a force not to be reckoned with. We are created with love. We are created by the Most High King, woman. Treat your being with the utmost delicacy, but don't confuse your sensitivity for fragility. We are not easy to break. We are women.
In the spirit of International Women's Day, we are grateful to poster collector Stephen Lewis, who is sharing a portion of his collection, International Labor Poster Exhibit, here in this room. This collection will extend beyond stay in the hallways of the Senior Center until March 30. We invite Stephen Lewis up now to share more about his poster collection.
That's me. Thank you very much for that nice introduction. And it's a real honor for me to be here today with all of you to share my posters of International Women's Day. Thank you. And like this audience, the posters are from several different countries, so I hope you appreciate them. And as was just announced, the part of the exhibit is going to continue to be up in the outer walls out there for the rest of the month, and hopefully be able to do some more exhibits in the future. Just a little context, I am a retired trade union leader, and I used to go to conferences, and people would bring some nice posters from their country, their organization, and I'd grab some and bring them home and put them in my attic, and no one was looking at them. I wasn't looking at them. So I raised a little money and put some exhibits together. So generally my posters are labor and progressive political posters. Things like green politics, environment, end war, stop violence against women, revolutionary art, workers' struggles, things like that. So I hope you get a chance to take a close look at the posters before you leave, and thank you very much.
Well, what a treat today. I want to thank the American Association for Our Women for pulling such a wonderful event together. Events, you come with announcements. So we're going to have 3 different announcements. I will share a few announcements. Marsha Manong will come up, and then we'll have Bob Doolittle share a few announcements, and then we'll close out with some comments from Suad. So my name is Osa Schwab, and in the spirit of this celebration of individual voices from all over the world, I would like to share about a wonderful opportunity coming up for all of you to share something about your own heritage, memory, or life. On May 2nd, right here in this space, Malden Reads will host a participatory history project and social event. This event, known as the Mass Memories Roadshow, is a statewide event-based participatory archiving project that documents people, places, and events in Massachusetts history through family photographs and stories. On that day, you will walk into this room, if you so choose, with a photograph that is dear to you. You will share a story related to the photo. The volunteers will scan your photo and add it to an archive that will be available online, we hope through Malden and the University of Massachusetts Archive. There will also be video, and we would like to give you a special opportunity to do a preview. MATV, Malden's Media Center, which is right down the street, and Malden Reads volunteers are eager to make this truly memorable experience for all of us who live or work in Malden. Imagine if we captured the diverse stories and origins of our collective diverse community. What an amazing archive. In preparation for the day, MATV is offering you all, or any friends of yours, a chance to preview this for others. So what we're inviting you to do is to come on down to MATV and bring a photo, and we will videotape your story. And if you'd like to do that and you're interested in learning more, I invite you to email me, OSE, O-S-E, at matv.org, or you can call MATV at 781-321-6400. And there are cards about this event out there in the lobby. For more information about this event and other Malden Reads events, visit maldenreads.org. Another brief announcement, I would like to continue our love for Haitian culture. MATV Malden's Media Center will host a gallery, an exhibition of Haitian photographer and artist Nicholas Hyacinth through April 25th. We invite you all to attend a Haitian-flavored artist reception on Wednesday, March 18th, 6:30, over at 145 Pleasant Street, across the way. Enjoy some Haitian food and snacks, and Hyacinth's photos of Haitian nature and few scenes of people in the particular neighborhood carrefours will be on display. We hope you will join us. Now I would like to invite Marcia Manon to come and share some announcements.
Thank you, and happy International Women's Day to everyone. My name is Marcia Manon. I'm involved in a project called Malden River Works for Waterfront Equity and Resilience. And this is, Malden River Works is creating a community-driven design for Malden's new waterfront park. After months of outreach, we've done surveys and public meetings. We are creating a design based on your ideas. Our next meeting is actually, and we'd like you to save the date, Thursday, April 16th, 6:30 to 8:30. The meeting will take place at the Senior Center, but it's across the hall. It's not in this room. But we're asking you all to come out and join us. We want to hear what you would like to see for this waterfront park. We have already, from the first two meetings, this is our third public meeting, from the first two meetings and surveys that have already been taken, we have 3 concept ideas as a result of those surveys. I think there was something like 500 surveys that were completed. You can still go online and take the survey at www.maldenriverworks.org. We'd like to hear from you. We particularly want to hear from communities of color to come out to our meetings, but also if you can't make the meeting, go online and let us hear your opinion on what the design should be. Thank you. April 16th.
73 seconds. I'm here to announce a miracle. Oh, you mean, oh, you want to
gave you the wrong thing.
Oh,
I gave her my intro.
Introducing Bob Doolittle, take 2. Bob Doolittle is Vice President of Friends of Fellsmere Heights, better known as Friends. They are a Medford Malden citizens group that advocates for community use of the Malden Hospital land.
That's me, thank you. I'm here to announce a miracle. For 5 years, Friends of Fellsmere Heights has been the adversary of Melrose Wakefield Healthcare, who are the owners of the Malden Hospital land. This is, Friends did a survey of Malden and Medford people. Nobody wants the dense housing development that they want to put up there. This is International Women's Day, and the miracle is a woman named Susan Sandberg, the new CEO of Melrose Wakefield Healthcare. She's done a pivot, loud and clear. Goodbye, developer. The people don't want your plan. Hello, community. Let's dialogue. Let's collaborate. Let's do something good for us and good for you. with that land. Is this a dream? Did she really say that? Melrose Wakefield has invited the people of Melrose and Medford and Malden to a grand assembly of those who care about the hospital land. It's going to be in a month, maybe more, maybe less, date and place to be announced. You are invited to this miracle. If you give me your email address, I'll send you the announcement as soon as the word gets out. If you want to share the event with 3 friends, sounds like a good idea. I have handouts to share with you. Our former adversary wants to be friends. This is the hand that Melrose Wakefield is reaching out to us. It's a big moment. It deserves a big yes. Let's go and take that hand and become their partners.
Thank you so much for you all for coming and sharing this beautiful day with us. And now we're going to invite you to come and share some taking. Thank you again. Thank you, Mr. Christensen. Thank you all of you. I hope I didn't forget anybody. But shout out to Oza, who was going back and forth.